1. NBA Bombshell. Bradley Beal linked to Lakers, Warriors, Clippers, free agency showdown. 2. Bradley Beal's potential buyout. What it means for the Warriors. 3. Bradley Beal buyout. Clippers frontrunners for the star guard. 4. Bradley Beal buyout breakdown. Why the Suns want out and top landing spots explained. 5. Bradley Beal buyout imminent. Suns looking to waive and stretch $110 million contract. 1. NBA Bombshell. Bradley Beal linked to Lakers, Warriors, Clippers, free agency showdown. Bradley Beal's potential move to other teams amid Suns contract hurdles. Kate Freeze or NBA via Getty Images. Scott Polacic Jewel 7, 2025. Bradley Beal could be the next big name to switch teams in the NBA. A report from The Athletic's Fred Katz highlights that the guard and Phoenix Suns are working toward a buyout, with both sides increasingly optimistic about the deal. Katz notes that Beal, who has 2 years and $110.8 million left on his contract, would need to give Phoenix back at least $13.8 million to be waived and then stretch his remaining salary over 5 years to reduce the annual cap hit enough to avoid the second apron and luxury tax. This financial hurdle is the biggest challenge for Beal's potential move. While theoretically, Beal could command $13.8 million as an unrestricted free agent, few teams around the league have the cap space to offer such a deal in a 2-year contract. Milwaukee can offer a minimum contract, the Lakers can provide a $5.1 million starting salary, and the Clippers can offer a $5.3 million starting salary. Golden State might even be able to offer the full $14.1 million mid-level exception if it trades Jonathan Kuminga and doesn't bring back any money. Despite these offers, the situation remains uncertain. Beal's interest in joining these teams is understandable, given his scoring prowess, 40.7% shooting from beyond the arc for the Suns, and his ability to exploit open looks when defenses are off. With stars like LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard on their roster, the opportunity for Beal to contribute is significant. His 3-time All-Star status and consistent 30-plus point performances in 2019-20 and 2020-21 suggest he could reignite his peak. But here's where it gets controversial: the financial risks involved in a buyout. While Beal's talent is undeniable, the cost of a buyout could force the Suns to make tough decisions, potentially sacrificing long-term stability for short-term gains. Meanwhile, the question remains whether Beal would thrive in a new environment, especially after the Suns' disappointing season last year. Will he rediscover his form, or will the pressure of competing for a championship push him to make a bold move? So, here's the thing: the NBA is always changing, and Beal's journey is just another chapter in the story of a player seeking redemption. Whether he stays in Arizona or moves to a new team, the path ahead is filled with opportunities and uncertainty. 2. Bradley Beal's potential buyout. What it means for the Warriors. *** The NBA's free agency frenzy. A star on the move. *** In the ever-evolving world of the NBA, rumors and speculation are as much a part of the game as the players themselves. And today, we're diving into a juicy one: the potential movement of Bradley Beal, a 3-time NBA All-Star, and his possible new home with the Golden State Warriors. But here's where it gets controversial. Or at least, intriguing. Beal, a seasoned veteran, could be on the move, but not through a traditional trade. Instead, we're talking about a buyout, a move that could shake up the league and offer an exciting opportunity for the Warriors. The Warriors, known for their championship pedigree, are eyeing roster upgrades, and Beal, with his impressive scoring abilities, is certainly on their radar. With free agency in full swing, the team is casting a wide net, and Beal's name has surfaced as a potential addition. And this is the part most people miss: the complexity of Beal's situation. You see, the Suns, Beal's current team, were reportedly interested in trading him during the 2024-25 season, but his contract, with a potential $110 million remaining and a rare no-trade clause, made him a tough sell. So, the buyout option emerged as a potential solution. According to sources, the Suns and Beal are increasingly optimistic about agreeing to a buyout, which would make him an unrestricted free agent. This development has sparked interest from several teams, including the Warriors, who are one of the teams Beal has considered joining. Beal's offensive prowess is undeniable. Despite battling injuries with the Suns, he averaged an impressive 17 points per game last season. Imagine that scoring ability paired with the Warriors' dynamic offense. It's a mouth-watering prospect for any basketball fan. However, the key question remains, what will Beal's market look like if he's bought out? It's a mystery yet to be unraveled, but one thing's for sure, he could be a low-cost, high-reward addition for the Warriors if they decide to pursue him. So, Warriors fans, are you excited about the prospect of Beal joining the team? And for NBA enthusiasts, what do you make of this potential move? Is it a smart strategic play, or a risky venture? The floor is open for discussion. Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. 3. Bradley Beal buyout. Clippers frontrunners for the star guard. Imagine this, a superstar player, once considered untouchable, is now on the verge of leaving a team that invested heavily in him. That's where things stand with Bradley Beal, and it's creating quite the buzz across the NBA world. Multiple reports suggest that the Phoenix Suns are nearing the completion of a buyout agreement with Beal, whose contract still has 2 years and $110.8 million remaining. While this might seem like a straightforward transaction, there's more to the story, especially when you consider what it means for Beal's future and the teams vying for his talents. Here's the catch. For the Suns to officially waive and stretch Beal's contract under the league's collective bargaining agreement, CBA, he needs to forfeit approximately $13.8 million of his guaranteed salary. This isn't pocket change, but sources indicate Beal is willing to take the financial hit to escape Phoenix and join a playoff contender in a city where he feels more at home. It's a bold move, but one that underscores just how determined he is to reboot his career in a better environment. And this is where it gets controversial. What does this say about loyalty in today's NBA? Is it fair for players to leave teams that have invested so much in them? These questions are sparking debates among fans and analysts alike. So, who's in the running to sign Beal? The Los Angeles Clippers are widely regarded as the frontrunners. Their recent trade involving Norman Powell, a key wing player known for his scoring ability and ball handling skills, is being interpreted by insiders as a strategic move to clear space for Beal. With Powell out of the picture, the Clippers can envision multiple ways to integrate Beal into their rotation. He could potentially start alongside Chris Dunn in the backcourt for defensive purposes, but many believe the best fit would be for Beal to lead the second unit. Picture him playing alongside John Collins, if he doesn't start, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Brook Lopez, a lineup that could provide instant offense off the bench. Financially, the Clippers aren't flush with cap space, but they do have tools at their disposal. They can offer Beal either the remainder of their mid-level exception, estimated at $5.3 million, or the room exception, $5.1 million. But here's the twist. The Clippers aren't the only team in the mix. According to The Athletic's Fred Katz, Beal has also a thought about a signing with the Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Lakers, or Milwaukee Bucks. Each of these franchises offers something unique, whether it's championship pedigree, star power, or a chance to play meaningful minutes. Meanwhile, Miami, which had shown interest in Beal in the past, seems to have fallen out of contention this time around. Now comes the big question. Will one of these other teams swoop in with a competitive offer, or will Beal ultimately decide that the Clippers are his best option? Either way, this saga appears to be nearing its conclusion. If finalized, it will mark the second nine-figure buyout of the NBA season, following the Bucks' decision to waive Damian Lillard's $115 million deal to make room for Miles Turner. What are your thoughts on this situation? Do you think Beal made the right choice prioritizing his personal preferences over staying loyal to the Suns? Or should teams have the final say when it comes to retaining high-profile players? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take on this evolving storyline. 4. Bradley Beal buyout breakdown. Why the Suns want out and top landing spots explained. **** Breaking up is hard to do. Unpacking the Bradley Beal contract buyout ***. Imagine paying someone $96.9 million to simply walk away. Sounds absurd, right? Welcome to the Phoenix Suns' current predicament with Bradley Beal. After a failed two-year experiment, the Suns are eager to part ways with the veteran scorer, even if it means swallowing a massive financial pill. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this move a stroke of genius or a desperate attempt to escape a disastrous contract? ***. The backstory. From championship hopes to cap chaos ***. When the Suns traded for Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal to join forces with Devin Booker, the NBA world took notice. 2 years and 0 playoff wins later, the team is dismantling that very same roster. The Durant trade to the Houston Rockets in June marked the beginning of the end. Now, with Beal's max contract looming, the Suns are exploring a buyout. But unlike the Durant deal, which yielded assets in return, a Beal buyout would leave Phoenix with nothing but a lighter payroll and a whole lot of dead money. So, why the rush to cut ties? ***. The answer lies in the numbers. With a $218.6 million payroll, the Suns are staring down the barrel of luxury tax chaos. By buying out Beal's contract, they can lower their cap figure from $53.6 million to $19.4 million for next season. This would not only save them from the luxury tax line, but also prevent their 2033 first-round pick from being frozen. However, to make this work, Beal would need to give up approximately $13.9 million over the life of his contract, allowing the Suns to stretch the remaining $96.9 million over 5 years. ***. The short-term gain, long-term pain ***. While this move would provide immediate financial relief, it's a short-sighted strategy. The Suns would be committing to 3 extra years of Beal payments, limiting their flexibility in critical upcoming seasons. Unlike the Milwaukee Bucks, who used a similar tactic to sign Miles Turner, the Suns won't be upgrading their roster immediately. Instead, they'll be operating with one hand tied behind their back, unable to make significant moves due to cap constraints. ***. Where will Beal land next? ***. With his financial future secure, Beal can afford to be picky. 5 teams have emerged as potential suitors. Miami Heat ***. Linked to Beal in the past, they have the full mid-level exception, $14.1 million, available. Milwaukee Bucks ***. Beal could replace Damian Lillard as their high-scoring guard, but would likely sign for the veteran's minimum, $3.9 million. Denver Nuggets ***. With their full mid-level exception still available, they could offer Beal a more substantial deal, despite some positional redundancy. Los Angeles Clippers ***. Desperate for a secondary creator, they have $5.3 million left on their mid-level exception and a history of thriving in the buyout market. Los Angeles Lakers ***. Although they don't need more offense, the Lakers might entice Beal with the biannual exception, $5.1 million, if they can navigate their cap complexities. Ultimately, Beal's decision will depend on his priorities: role size, location, or winning. As the NBA world waits with bated breath, one thing is certain: this buyout will have far-reaching consequences for both Beal and the Suns. We want to hear from you. Do you think the Suns are making a mistake by buying out Beal's contract? Should they have explored alternative options to manage their cap situation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 5. Bradley Beal buyout imminent? Suns looking to waive and stretch $110 million contract. The Phoenix Suns are staring down a franchise-altering financial dilemma that could end the Bradley Beal experiment far sooner than anyone expected, but the real shocker is how much it hinges on Beal's own willingness to sacrifice millions. Here's the inside scoop on what's unfolding behind the scenes. League insiders reveal growing optimism between the Suns and Beal about negotiating a contract buyout, a move that would release Beal as an unrestricted free agent. Phoenix's goal? To waive him and stretch his remaining $110.8 million salary over 5 years, slashing his annual cap hit to $19.4 million through 2029-30. This maneuver would miraculously yank the Suns out of the luxury tax entirely, and crucially, below the punitive second apron threshold that handcuffs big spending teams. But here's the controversial twist. Beal must voluntarily surrender at least $13.8 million for the stretch provision to even work. That's where things get messy. At 32 years old and coming off a season where he averaged 17 points with solid efficiency, landing $13.8 million on today's market looks increasingly unlikely. Why? Most contenders are already tapped out financially. And this is the part most people miss. Beal's willingness to forfeit the cash could end up saving Phoenix owners tens of millions in tax penalties, while potentially costing him dearly. Let's break down the grim reality for Beal's suitors. The Clippers could offer just $5.3 million, left over from their mid-level exception, after trading for John Collins. The Lakers max out at $5.1 million via their biannual exception. The Bucks can only scrape together minimum contract money. The Warriors? They're the wild card. If they resolve Jonathan Kuminga's restricted free agency via sign and trade without taking salary back, they could offer up to $14.1 million. But that's a massive if, with negotiations reportedly stalled. Now, the Suns do have alternatives, like buying out Beal without stretching his salary and trading Royce O'Neal without taking money back. But here's the catch, that still leaves them above the tax line, and ownership is desperate to slash costs. This all traces back to Phoenix's failed super team gamble. After acquiring Beal in 2023 to pair with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, they managed just one playoff appearance before collapsing to 36 wins last season. With Durant already traded to Houston, Beal's exit would seal the Big Three's unceremonious demise. So here's the billion-dollar question. Should Beal take the financial hit to facilitate his release? Or is he justified in holding firm? The answer could reshape multiple franchises overnight. Where do you stand on this high-stakes standoff?